Today I want to talk about a topic that I'm fairly passionate about. So I apologize ahead of time if I go off on a tangent or if I seem too, aggressive. But it's something that I think needs to be said, and it needs to come from someone who's in the technological community and in the gaming community. Because I feel like we don't necessarily have a voice when it comes to these type of debates. But yeah, so what I'm going to be what I want to discuss and what I want to talk about today is I don't know if any of you guys have seen the report recently. I'll try to put a link up somewhere about how the New South Wales Police Department is suing or trying to chase down a group of individuals who have modded Grand Theft Auto to make it look like police cars and shooting New South Wales police vehicles and police officers and all that sort of stuff, and them basically using this to say that this is what's causing all the violence that's been going on recently, with all the youth violence. And look, the mod is fairly harmless, and it wasn't that it came out recently. It's been out for a while. It's been around for probably, I think, about a year and a half. But now that it's more, country known, more people are going to download it and more people are going to use it, which, for a start, good news. Great work, Channel 7. It's just, brought the awareness to the game. But not just that, the whole report is completely wrong. There's actually been studies proving the fact that video games and video game violence do not cause violence in the real world. Most gamers can distinguish the difference between a video game and real life. Stuff that they say that they're learning from the video game and then bringing it to the real world, there's no clear distinction between what they're learning in a video game and what they're doing in the real world. It's just them just saying, oh, that's where they're learning it from, but they could also be learning it from movies, TV shows, anything really, even other people who do it on the news. And that's where the problem lies, is that there's no education, there's no teaching kids or teaching teenagers what's right and what's wrong. And that brings me to what I'm actually passionate about and what I've actually tried to push forward is education, digital education in schools. That most schools these days, they have a bring your own device type of thing, where a student can bring an iPad or another sort of tablet or a laptop to any of their classes to help out with their study. Some schools have changed this so that it's only like year 12s or year 11s and year 12s, but there are some schools that still have it throughout the whole year. And look, year 7 bringing in a tablet or bringing in a laptop, that's fine. But the problem is that the school that's inviting and asking these kids to bring this stuff in aren't providing any sort of digital education. I've spoken to many people, many kids, not necessarily kids, but teenagers in high school, and a lot of them don't actually know when a website is secure. When is it okay to purchase items from a website? That's 101 when it comes to websites. To know if a website is secure, to know if what you're doing on the website is confidential data, is a big problem. Kids can be filling out their home address on a website that's posing as a gaming website that's actually for pedophiles. How is the kid supposed to know? And this is the type of stuff that they should be teaching in school. And other basic things like how to identify whether or not you have a virus, how to identify whether the website you're going onto has a virus, or if the information is correct, how to validate the information that they're supposed to be using for school projects. If they're supposed to be going on these websites to look up information about hippos, how are they supposed to know if what they're reading is correct? Well, the simple way is you can educate them to look at parts of the website that tells you what information is correct. You know, looking at the authors, looking at the builders of the website, looking at the last time it was updated, make sure the information is valid. And this is the problem, is that nobody knows. Nobody is teaching our kids how to do this. And I've approached schools in my local area, and none of them are interested in providing any sort of program in this area. And this is the problem. This is why we have the violence. This is why we have kids being bullied online. It comes down to the education. You can't just sit your kid in front of Grand Theft Auto and use that as a babysitter instead of actually sitting down, teaching your kids the difference and teaching your kids right and wrong. Gonna take a breath. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm sure I'm going to have many other talks about this and many other discussions about this, but that's where I'm going to leave it for now. Let me know what you think below in the comments. I'd be more than happy if you're a principal of a school or a teacher of a school. I would be more than happy to come into school without pay and teach kids how to run things online. If you're a parent of a child, well, of course you're going to be a parent of a child, but if you're a parent, you know, I'm more than happy to come with you, come to your house and help you learn about what these games are, what's out there, so that you can properly teach your kid and look and watch after your child and see what they're doing and know, you know, what kind of game Grand Theft Auto is, and teaching your kid that, yeah, okay, people out there can do these sort of things, but the consequences involved in it, like what actually happens if you do something like that, you know, how wrong it is and how you can't do that. Anyway, click subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. I know this has been a slightly longer video, but it's something that I've been thinking about, and there's probably going to be a lot more topics and discussions about it. So, you know, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.